Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Lana and I am a mum of one. I've got a little girl called Daisy who is 16 months old, and I am currently pregnant with my second child, and we are about halfway through the second trimester now. I am just over 20 weeks, so I thought I would jump on here and give you guys another update, a bit of an update into the second trimester and how I'm feeling, and I'll show you our recent scan pictures and my belly and how everything is developing there. So let's get right into it. So my last pregnancy update was when I was just coming out of the first trimester, and I was telling you guys all about the first trimester, all about my symptoms and yeah, how I was feeling, and I showed you how I was looking. And yeah, so we're now kind of fast forwards maybe 5-6 weeks on from that, so I'm well and truly into the second trimester now, and then I've got about another 7 or 8 weeks I think left to go until I hit the third trimester. So I always think people say that the second trimester is the best, and yeah, I think once you get into it far enough, I would definitely agree with that. I'd say that from about 19 weeks my skin's cleared up, so my skin's looking a lot better and I'm not struggling so much with like dryness. I'm still using moisturizer, but it doesn't feel like really kind of oily and then like immediately dry after I wash my face, which is nice. So I can see that my hormones are obviously changing, but I can't really say the same for my hair. My hair is still diabolical, so yeah, it's like this 95% of the time still. It's just really dry. I need to get it cut really, but the rules have just changed in England, so you now have to wear a mask, a face covering, when you go and get your hair cut, and I'm finding it really hard to wear masks at the moment. Like obviously I do, it's the rules, but I'm finding it really difficult. I'm finding I'm getting like really short of breath or faint when I'm in shops and stuff, so I don't really want to sit in the hairdresser's chair with a mask on, so I'm gonna have to just see like if the rules change or how long I can leave this for before I really need to get it done, because I'll definitely need to get it done before I give birth, because obviously that's ages away and I want it to be like back short again, because when I gave birth with Daisy, it was like right up here and it was so much nicer because it wasn't like all over my back, and yeah, it was just so much easier to manage. So the second trimester is definitely known for getting your energy back, and I would say that it's well and truly back now. I still have days where I might dip a little bit, but yeah, mostly on the whole I'm like back to normal now, and I am interested in doing all the things that I did before, so I'm happy to get the camera back out and film, and I've been chasing Daisy around soft play, going on play dates, so I'm really happy that the energy's back. Although I will say that in my first pregnancy I was back to completely normal in terms of like when I went to bed as well, because I would normally go to bed about 10:30, but in this pregnancy I think because I'm already running around after a toddler that I'm still wanting to go to bed quite early, sort of between like 8:30 and 9:30, but I will take that, like that's fine. It's better than 7 o'clock, so yeah, we'll take that. And actually in the day I don't feel tired at all. I'm sort of whizzing about here, there and everywhere. I've definitely got my energy back. It's more just once Daisy goes to bed, I've sat down, then I'm like, okay, I'm actually quite tired now, it's been a long day, but I think that's normal. So in terms of baby's movements, I started feeling tiny little flutters maybe 15.5, 16 weeks with this baby. With my first pregnancy that was more like 16.5 to 17 weeks I'd say, so this baby was a week earlier than that, and yeah, I've just felt the kicks getting stronger and stronger as the weeks have gone along, and now the baby is a proper little wriggler and he or she moves all the time, so that's really nice. And actually at my scan they told me that my placenta is a posterior placenta, so it's kind of like at the back, almost against my spine, whereas with Daisy it was like right at the front of my abdomen. It was called an anterior placenta. So with anterior placentas you're more likely to suffer with reduced movement in terms of like you feeling it, like your baby might still be moving normally, but because the placenta is right at the front of your tummy, it acts as a bit of a cushion. So I'm really happy this time around that my placenta is posterior, because it might mean that I feel the baby moving more strongly and I won't be so concerned about movements, because I know with Daisy, especially in the third trimester, I was in and out of hospital quite a lot with reduced movements, and Actually, I don't think they were reduced movements. I think it was just I wasn't feeling them as much. So yeah, that was really exciting to hear that from the scan. So yeah, the baby is wriggling, and that's a really lovely symptom for the second trimester. I think that's the best one, that you can feel the baby starting to move. I would say that my appetite has like skyrocketed. I'm starving all the time. I'll literally eat dinner, put Daisy to bed, come downstairs. I just want to eat everything. So yeah, I think the food bill has definitely gone up because I'm starving all the time, although I am being a bit careful with what I'm choosing now, because in the first trimester, when I was feeling so sick, I was obviously just sort of eating what I could to get by and help with the sickness, whereas now I'm feeling fine, I'm not feeling sick anymore, so I'm trying to make healthier choices with what I'm picking so that my weight doesn't like massively go out of control. Yeah, that's kind of like a little side note, is that the sickness, is definitely gone for me in the second trimester. I know that a lot of women might struggle really badly in the first, and then it eases off in the second, and kind of as you get your way through, it kind of disappears. But then I know for some women who suffer really bad in the first, it kind of just carries on, and that is just awful. I can't imagine what that's like. So I'm really lucky that I don't feel sick anymore, and I just feel hungry. The next symptom is, I guess, kind of an obvious one, but it's that your bump will really start to grow. I think if you hadn't shown at all in the first trimester, once you get into the second trimester and then a few weeks kind of along, you will definitely start to show. And I think I definitely popped at about 18 weeks this time. And I was saying to Matt, it's funny that with this second baby, I'm definitely showing like 5-6 weeks ahead of what I was with Daisy. So with Daisy at 20 weeks, I definitely had a bump, and it was obvious that I was pregnant, but it was very neat, it was quite small, whereas with this baby, I feel like I already look like I'm 25-26 weeks. So it's nice, like it's really nice to have a bump, and that's something I definitely missed when Daisy was born. I missed having my bump to stroke and hold, and I love feeling the movement, so it's all really nice. But yeah, I just can't believe how quickly my body has just gone back to being pregnant. So I'll give you a bit of a bump update now and show you what I'm looking like. So this is my bump at the moment. This is what it's looking like. So yeah, it's a nice size for 20 weeks, I would say. And I definitely feel like I'm carrying lower than what I did with Daisy. Like there's all this kind of space here, but I don't know, some people have seen it and said, wow, you're carrying so high. So I don't know. Yeah, my belly button's already started to pop out. I don't think it ever really went back in. So yeah, it's a nice big bump. Something that I suffered quite badly with Daisy was headaches in the second trimester. So from about 14 weeks through to maybe 17 weeks, I just had a migraine pretty much constantly. It was absolutely awful. But with this baby, I haven't had headaches hardly at all. I think I had them maybe for a couple of days, but it was really nothing compared to what they were like with Daisy. With Daisy, obviously you can only take paracetamol, or whatever your doctor sort of says that you can take. I remember with Daisy, I was trying not to take it if I could help it, but yeah, I had to take it sometimes because it was just horrendous. I managed to buy one of those little forehead sticks. I'll link it down below. They were amazing. It's just kind of like the little menthol stick that you would like rub over your forehead and onto your temples, and I found that that gave me some relief. And I also had a friend recently that used the same, and she found real relief from it as well. So if you are suffering from headaches in the second trimester, then definitely see if you can get a forehead stick. Another symptom that I'm starting to get in the second trimester is back pain. And I say pain, it's not pain, it's just an ache, a back ache. And I think that's because Daisy is quite demanding. She can't walk yet. She's 16 months and she cruises along the furniture, she climbs, she crawls up the stairs, like she's really, really active. She'll walk as well. If I hold her hands, she'll like walk along, but on her own yet she can't do it. So I'm constantly carrying her anytime we need to go to the car, or just like around the house. I'm constantly lifting her, and she isn't light. I haven't actually weighed her recently, I need to, but she's quite a heavy baby, so that's putting quite a lot of strain on my back. And then I think because I'm sitting on the floor a lot with her, I'm crawling about with her and playing with her, or, you know, like I said earlier, I'm diving around soft play, I think that's putting a strain on my lower back more than what I would have felt in my first pregnancy. So with Daisy, I didn't get any back pain or back aches until late into the 3rd trimester. I was quite lucky, but I'm already starting to feel a pinch in my lower back. So I'm just trying to be really mindful of what I'm doing with Daisy and trying to watch how I'm picking her up, but I don't think there's really much that I can do. It is what it is. So yeah, that's a bit of a rubbish symptom. One other negative is that I am struggling with my sleep a little bit. I think I said that in my first video as well, that I would kind of wake up in the middle of the night and then I'd really struggle to get back to sleep. And that has definitely been the case, or I've just been struggling to fall asleep. Daisy sleeps quite well normally, but she does have the odd night where she's teething or something and she's up, and then I really feel that the next day. But again, I do think that's just normal in pregnancy. And then the baby now is starting to move a lot at night, so when I am up, he's having, or she's having, a party in my tummy, and yeah, that's keeping me awake as well. So now I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about my scan and how that went and what to expect from your 20-week scan with the NHS. So if you're in England, everyone gets offered a scan for free at 20 weeks, and again obviously previously at 12 weeks for your dating scan, but this one was the 20-week scan, and I actually had it at 20 weeks on the dot, which was quite nice. So yeah, the sonographer was lovely. She scanned all over my tummy and was just checking for any potential problems that she might see. So she checked the kidneys, the brain, the stomach, the bladder. She checked all the extremities, so hands and feet, counting fingers, that sort of thing. So as she was doing all these checks, she was talking me through each thing and she was explaining everything that she was seeing on the screen, which was really nice, because I think sometimes when they go a bit quiet, then you worry that something's wrong or something's happening. So it was really nice that she was talking me through everything. We got some pictures from our scan. Our baby wasn't really playing ball, and you can kind of see the side profile there slightly, but they weren't really wanting to look. But I thought this one was quite cool. This is the nose, so that's like underneath the nose, you can see the nostrils, and then like the top lip is here, so that's where they were looking for the cleft palate. And then this one, this always freaks me out a little bit. Daisy used to do this, and this new baby is following suit. Instead of it being like a really cute little side profile, our baby seemed to like to stare directly at us. So I don't know if you can make this out, but that is the baby looking directly at us. So it kind of, that's an eye, and there's another eye and the nose, and that would be the mouth and the chin. So that's kind of like the whole head. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's a bit scary looking. So that was kind of everything in terms of the scan. She did then ask if we wanted to find out the gender, and we had a bit of a plan. So we know someone that works in the maternity unit up at the hospital where we go, and I know that the NHS sonographers aren't really allowed to write down the gender like in an envelope for you. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's for legal reasons or because of COVID. I don't really know, but I understand that the NHS doesn't really write them down for you. So we'd enlisted the help of this person that worked in the maternity unit, and once our scan was over, the sonographer told the person that we know, and then the person that we know wrote it down for us and gave us the envelope. So we didn't want to know the gender, but we wanted it to be written down so that we could find it out on a later date. So actually our plan worked perfectly. It couldn't have gone any better. The sonographer was lovely, and then yeah, our friend at the hospital was so good for writing it down for us. So I've got this here. This is a sealed envelope, and it contains our baby's gender, so that is so exciting. I just want to tear it open now and look at it. But our plan is that we're going to find out on Christmas Day, because we had our scan on the 7th of December. We thought it's not that long to wait, and how nice would that be? It would be an extra present for us, and it would just be, yeah, a really amazing part of the day. So I'm going to try and source like a confetti cannon or a balloon or something that we can do on Christmas Day. I'm so excited for that, and I can't wait to know. I think it's a boy, but Matt thinks it's a girl, so we will see. So yeah, that brings me to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed and you got something from the video. I will definitely definitely make more like this as I go along. So I thought maybe I'll make one in another month's time when I'm about 24, 25 weeks, and that'll be just after Christmas. So we'll know the gender by then, and that'll be a really fun video, I think. So stay tuned for that, and then I will make more as I go through, and especially into the 3rd trimester when I get really big, I'll make some more then. If you have any questions or you want to see anything else, then please let me know, and otherwise I will see you in my next one. Bye!